everybody doing today? We're at Mini Price Storage, getting a small unit. It says 4 by 10 approximate size. It's on the 3rd floor. Paid $10 for this one, so we'll see how this goes. And looks like mostly clothes and bins and bags and things of that nature, so nothing crazy, but you know, hopefully there's something wild in there. But this is your typical cheap, you know, under $50 unit that most people don't want because they don't see a lot of value in there. But that's the fun part with these, you just never know. But we're gonna go inside. I already paid the $10. No deposit here. Most of the time they make you pay like $100 deposit just to make sure you clean it out and get everything out of there. They don't want to be throwing away couches and furniture at, you know, these storage places. And again, this is Mini Price Storage, Richmond, Virginia. So we're gonna roll in and check it out. Those are pretty cool little units there. Tiny units. Very nice facility. I like the diamond plated walls here. That's pretty cool. Brought one bag with me, trash bag. Took the lock off. Awesome. Alright, let's see what we got. Boom. Alright. Wow, that's a lot of stuff. I just have my Nissan Altima today, so I'm just grabbing what I can right now, and then you know, basically get most of it home. That's kind of nasty, but a little squatty potty. Those aren't bad, or a step stool. If you ever need one of those. Looks like a lot of like kids' clothes. Some shoes, some linens. Alright. I swear, every single unit you find ketchup, mustard, and like bags of flour and rice for some reason. Like every single unit, especially the ones I get. But you know, again, you're buying someone's household of stuff, so you got a mixture of things. Coolest stuff is like toilet paper, paper towels, detergent, things you can use all the time. Some books. Even this stuff here, like Bath and Body Works. I mean, look at that stuff, $19. Now a lot of times that's on sale, you can get coupons, but even this type of stuff sells on eBay, and or, you know, other avenues. 1,000 Wishes. Oh, no, 1,000 Wishes. Crazy. For some lotion. Stuff strong too. Took one load down. This is like a cool Air Jordan shoe. Probably a youth. Yep, 7 youth. Hopefully there's a sister or a brother to this thing. I got some other Jordans in here, looks like, or Nike Airs. You know, I bought units where, oh, here's another one. That's good. Oh, a white and the other one. Bought units where they've had like 50 shoes and they were all a left or all a right, so it's pretty wild. But I'm gonna go grab some more of this stuff, and I'll come back later and try to go through some more with you. Alright, back at the unit, heading up to the 3rd floor. Got a cart, got the Tahoe. You know, we'll see how much we can grab on this trip. It's like 95 degrees outside, so that's exciting. One thing that you find in some units is some change, or most units, so that's cool. Got some cash money. Uh-oh. Some clothes. Just kind of thrown in there. Hopefully there's something decent. Your typical dental floss. You can see back in there, it's just a lot of linens and things. So let's rock and roll. I like these locks like this that have the code. And the code's 1111. And all you gotta do is just flip 1 to a different number to lock it, basically. So this one was from Extra Space. This was actually from my first storage unit I bought in Fairfax, Virginia. The nice lady that worked there gave it to me. You put a little key in here to lock or unlock it, I believe, when you first get it, or maybe you just pull it out, I'm not sure. Back to the unit. So we got a fair amount. These things always are much more than you think. Like online, the pictures, you know, obviously kind of looks like this, obviously, but just it's always more than you think. So those massive units like 10 by 20s, 10 by 10s, 10 by 15s, those are gigantic, full of stuff. So keep that in mind when you're out there doing this, or trying to. I would personally start with a smaller unit first, and then work my way up. The biggest unit I've ever bought was, I think it was a 10 by 40. So it was like a basically a 2-car garage deep, and that was like $1,100, and it was just a ton to do. I mean, it took us, me and my buddy, like weeks. We just rented it for a month from the place, and then of course it was the middle of July, so that was exciting. And I lost probably 15 pounds. I weigh like 200 pounds. I'm like 6'2", and I was down to like 170, I felt like, and it's some hard work. So I respect people that do these storage units full time. I mean, buying 1 or 2 a week or whatever. It's a whole lot of work, but definitely start small. 5 by 5, 5 by 10. I mean, this is a 4 by 10 here, so just keep that in mind. All right, another load. That's probably all I can fit. We'll be back. 3614. We'll be back, baby. Heading down the hallway. Just a lot of, what was a Kit Kat bar? Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. You actually got like a couple TVs, like little, like 32 inches. You can use those for, I think, computer monitors too. They're right here under the lion wrap. Have not much of a value, but if you need a TV or something, they're pretty cool. Some people sell them, you know, at auctions or flea markets or whatever. Typically, you're looking for things of value when you buy a storage unit. You know, not much in here so far, but I haven't really looked through it. But you know, if you see you know, shoes or obviously like TVs or something like that that has a value, lawnmower, that's what I base most of my purchases on. If it's got like a $80 lawnmower, you know, I'll bid at least 80 bucks, 100 bucks, because you got everything else too. But this unit was only 10 bucks. So we're just kind of gambling and, you know, don't expect much here for 10 bucks. But, you know, you buy $10 units, you know, you might strike some gold. But if you buy $100 trash unit, then, you know, you got 1 out of 1. So it's just kind of a gamble every time. And I'm gonna load this up and see where we're at. All right, back at it, day 2. Got everything out of here. We're gonna load up the Tahoe again, and then probably get this stuff home and go through a little later. I'll spend a little more time going through some of the bags and stuff. I haven't looked through anything. I just throw it in bags. And if you can spend the time at the unit and trash it out there, bring a lot of trash bags, get all the trash in certain bags, and then you can bring bins as well to put the good stuff in. So you just kind of learn along the way.